Hello everyone, Minecraft Dog here, and today I am streaming some Civilization 5. Now, I do have both of the DLCs installed. By the way, I am live streaming this right now. So, if you're watching live, thank you for watching, and if you are watching this afterwards, still thank you for watching. So, I'm gonna start a single-player game, no mods, and I have no clue what I'm gonna set up here. No, I'm going to go for a random leader. I'm going to go for... Yes, no, let's just do random map. And random map size, go random everything. I usually play as a settler, but I think I'm going to go up to chieftain. And I'm going to leave it at quick. Because I like to get pretty far done in this live stream. I will be splitting this live stream up into several videos that I'm going to upload throughout the week. So if you want to rewatch this, you'll see it through the week. So, I'm going to start. Now, for those of you who don't know what Civilization 5 is, I'm the Spanish Empire.
Servant of God, Holy Queen of Castile and Leon, your people greet and welcome you. You are the ruler of Spain, a beautiful and ancient country at the crossroads of the world between Europe and Africa, one shore on the Mediterranean and the other on the mighty Atlantic Ocean. The Spanish are a multicultural people with roots in the Muslim and Christian world. A seafaring race, Spanish explorers found and conquered much of the New World, and for many centuries its gold and silver brought Spain unrivaled wealth and power, making the Spanish court the envy of the world. O fair and virtuous Isabella, will you rebuild the Spanish Empire and show the world again the greatness of your people? Will you take up the mantle of the Holy Monarchy and vanquish your foes under heaven's watchful eyes? Your adoring subjects await your command. Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
Okay, for those of you who don't know what Civilization 5 is, it is a turn-based strategy game where you play as different civilizations from around the world, and you start back at 4000 BC, and you kind of run the civilization. So right now, so far, my settlers have started right around some sheep, some pearls, some gems, as well as stone and bananas. So this actually looks like a pretty good place to start my first city, so I'm going to found Madrid. And as for my warriors, I'm going to have them sit alert. I would send them out exploring, but if I come across any barbarians, I don't want to be left unguarded. So right away, I'm going to start by building a scout to explore. And I'm going to start, let's see, we have sheep, so I'm going to start with research of animal husbandry. I'm going to end my turn. You can get this game from Steam. The link should be down in the description of this stream and videos. Alright, there's nothing to do this turn, so I'm just going to go on to the next turn. There are other civilizations playing, controlled by the computer. I'm playing in single player, but I have not met any of them yet. I don't know what civilizations they're going to be, and I don't know where they are. So I'll come across them later in the game as well. You can tell because I'm playing a quick game, because we started at 4000 BC, we're only in turn 3, and we've gone through almost 200 years of history already, and we're only on turn 3. If you chose a longer play setting, each turn would be smaller than the amount that we have going now. So I'm going to send my scouts to automatically explore, and we've discovered ruins somewhere up there. So actually I'm going to tell these guys to go up there, then I'll send them back to automatically explore later. I'm going to start the building of a monument. Go on to the next turn. So scouts start heading your way to the ruins. Nothing else going on this turn.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he...
So now we finished researching animal husbandry, so now once I get some workers I can create a pasture over the sheep. I'm going to go get the ruins. They discovered a crudely drawn map which outlines the surrounding area. So now you can see a lot of my area has been, the fog of war has lifted. So let's choose a new research. Now, I don't think I have anything to trap around my civilization currently. So I am going to go into pottery. That way I can get more food, and with more food my city will grow farther. And it will grow more. Right now there's 2 citizens. 3 turns until a new one is born. I believe the more food you have, the faster that will go, and you won't lose any. If you run out of food, your citizens will start dying. Excuse me. So, alright. Let's set the scout to go back to Auto Explorer. And what he'll do automatically is great. We found barbarians. But when you set your scout to Auto Explorer, he will just go over all the areas that you haven't explored yet, so all the areas covered in the fog of war. So that way you don't have to keep an eye on them. You just let them go off. So we've discovered more ruins. You can see it flashing down on the map. So I think the scouts, being that they're on Explorer Automated, I think he'll automatically go over there and grab it. But if not, I'll redirect him. Yeah, you can see he automatically explored it. There's some cows up there, as well as some buffalo. Buffalo at work as a food source. And there's also some fish that I can use a workboat to fish. Oh! When we explored that ruins, apparently my scouts were upgraded to archers, so I'm actually going to bring them back to the city. And I'll have to get more scouts coming. Well, we need a worker. But scout comes faster, so we'll do scout. And I'm immediately going to start with Liberty, because I think that'll help our civilization expand faster. So we finished pottery. And right now, by the way, these little markers tell you your advisors what they recommend. So my military advisor, as well as my economic advisor, recommend I research sailing, while my foreign advisor recommends I research calendar, and my science recommends I research writing. Now this requires calendar to get bananas. Being that I want these resources, I am probably going to go into calendar. And probably the reason why the foreign advisor recommended going into calendar is that way I could get the banana, so when I come across other civilizations, they'll want to probably trade bananas for other resources. So I want you to come back into the city limits and go on to alert. When you set your military units on alert, they'll keep an eye out for any barbarians or any civilizations you might be at war at, and they will sleep until they see any enemies in their line of range, and then it'll notify you, and you can either choose to attack or to let them sit there. So, nothing to do this turn. Adopt a new policy. And we have +1 production for every city and +5 production in cities when constructing buildings. That sounds really good. The improvement construction rate is increased by 25% and a worker appears near the city capital. Well, now that's another good thing because I need a worker, and this will help me get a worker faster. This is also great in building stuff, but I'm going to go for the worker at the moment, and then I'll come back and do that next time I have enough culture. So now I have a worker. I'm actually going to set him to automated as well because they know their job better than I do. I can send them to make plantations and stuff, but when it comes to roads and railroads and other stuff later in the game, I just don't know how to build good ones, so I'll leave that to the automation. So our scout's done. I'm going to set him back to Explore Automate. And I'm going to... See, we got 3 food. Over here, because it's sandy, I don't think we can make a farm. We might be able to. But because of that, I am not going to do a shrine, but I think I'm going to go for a granary because it'll give me +2 food. Even though it'll take me 8 turns because I have low production. So world's most well-fed people. This compares you with other, these are going to be AI in the game. So apparently I'm playing with 3 other civilizations, and I am the most well-fed civilization currently.
So
Now, where am I going to research? See, this will get us to Great Library. as much as I want to research sailing, especially because I'm on the coast, and there is pearls that would be nice to get, I think I'm going to research writing just for the Great Library. Well, let's see, it costs 131 production. How many production do I get? I get 5. So, let me grab my calculator. 131 divided by 5. That's going to take me, I guess, 26 turns if I'm doing this right. So that's not going to be worth it at the moment, so I am going to research sailing. Ruins explored. So let's see, what did I choose? No, I chose random, so I have no clue what this world's going to be, and I also choose random size. So, okay, there's more barbarians there. So it looks like we have barbarians coming from the north and the southwest. So northwest and southwest, so I'll have to keep an eye out when I'm making new civilizations. New policy. Now I'm going to go into the Republic and get the extra production. That's now going to give me 6.3 production. I believe this is production per turn. I'm not positive. But it tells you what the breakdown from everything you get. So, yeah, 6.3. So if that's production per turn, so that's going to up the construction of stuff by 1.3 production, because I believe it used to be 5. Ruins discovered. Alright. I'm hoping this isn't a tiny world as the setting, because then this will get really crunched once we come across other civilizations. You found lost survivors in the ruins. In gratitude, they sell in one of your cities, increasing their population. So now I have 5 citizens. Now these are wonders. They give you plus faith, and I usually like to build the wonders because I'm like, yeah, I got Stonehenge in my city. But I'm not going to do that at the moment because I want to work on other more important buildings. Apparently I can make a stoneworks, which I've never seen before, but I know they recently updated this game and a lot of stuff's been broken in it, but I haven't had a problem so far.
He who commands the
Alright, so now I can make a cargo ship. So that's probably, cargo ship, let's see. Cargo ship, that's a warship, and a workboat. Now I'm going to make a workboat because I think workboats can do pearls? Can they only do fishing? Okay, like fish, so I think I can use those for pearls. A cargo ship, if I come across another civilization that's on the coast, I can make a trade route with them. But I can tell right here that there's a city-state up here, just because I can see their border. I saw it down here in the map. Alright. New research. I still don't have any animals around me, but I'm going to have to research trapping eventually. Optics is going to be good for sailing. Archery is going to also be well for military, because I'm going to need that before I can get any farther. And writing is going to give me embassies, the Great Library, and a normal library. Let's see, a normal library is 50. Divide that by, I think, the 6.1 that we had. It'll take us about 8 turns to make a library. So I'm going to stick with archery at the moment. And when I get more production, I'll start researching the other topics. Okay, looks like my scouts are being chased by some barbarian warriors over here. Now, scouts are pretty defenseless. They have an attack and they have a defense, but it's really not that strong. You can see if I attack them, it's a stalemate. We'll probably be pretty even. So I don't want them to attack, though. I want them to go off and explore, and hopefully I can try to escape them. But it should have been easier if I didn't just run into another barbarian camp. But I don't really care if I lose those scouts, because they're cheap to make. They don't require much time. Alright, so I'm going to start on a workboat, so I can start getting these pearls, because pearls, I believe, are considered a luxury resource, which means other civilizations will give a lot for them. Alright, we got archery. So these guys have wandered off. Let's go see the city-state up here. We met the city-state of Antwerp. So I'm the first great empire they've met, so they provide me with 30 gold. Okay. So, rational. They have jewelry and cotton. That's not that much. later in the game, if we find city-states that have materials or resources that we want and we don't have, I think we can become allies with them and convince them to give us some of the resources. The wheel. Now the wheel will give us a road, water wheel, and chariot archer, which I don't have any horses, so that's not going to go well. I think they even have horses. I need to go through trapping. Yeah, to get horseback riding. And I haven't done anything in mining, which I probably should do because then I can construct a stone mine. But I think I'm going to start off. A water mill will give me more production, more food. I'm going to do the wheel, and then I'm going to come back and probably do mining. Alright, so let's see. Well, I can still get past here before they expand. Let's see the north side. So this looks like it's its own little continent. Unless there's more sprawling off this way. But I might be on this continent alone with the city-state. Which would be kind of nice, because then any enemies I might acquire will be on the other side of the ocean. Or on the other side of the world, probably. Besides the barbarians. I want you guys to wander up here and make sure there's nothing I missed this way. So it looks like there's another continent over there, possibly, or just a small island. Next turn. Yes, there's no more that way. So I want you guys to actually avoid that barbarian encampment. So go over there. When I set it up like that, where I can click and I tell them, you see it'll pop up with the 2 and the 1. That's what they can do in 1 turn. This is what they'll be able to do in 2 turns and then 3 turns. So if I right click and let go on like that, what it'll do is it'll tell them at the end of the rest of these turns to go and move there without me telling it to. So it's kind of like Explorer Automated, except I told them where to go, but it does it automatically. Also, if you're interested, because I don't think the game starts with these little tooltips on with cattle and truffles and stuff, you can go under the map options here and you can put the icons on, so you can find them easier. There's other icons as well, like yield icons and stuff, but there's too many of them for me. They bother me. Then high recommendations, when you get new settlers, they'll tell you, hey, it might be a good idea to build your city here. You can turn that on and off as well as trade routes and hex grid. Which without the hex grid, it's kind of hard to tell where you're going. Oops, that's the wrong one. Over here, you can actually switch it to where it almost looks like a board game almost. But I like the 3D better.
Wisdom and virtue.
So we finished the wheel, and we've got our workboat. So I'm going to send them out to the farthest pearls and begin fishing. Apparently. Choose new production. I want another workboat, because I can't build anything else without marble and stone. So workboat. And I'm going to research mining, so I don't get left behind. So you see the archers are no longer in alert mode because they have seen these, what are they, warriors? Brutes coming. So I'm going to do a ranged attack because they are my archers. And I'm going to give them a warning shot, kind of. Let them know to stay away from my civilization. I'm going to adopt speeds of training of settlers by 50%. I'm going to do that because I'm going to start getting some settlers soon because I want to spread my civilization farther. And actually, I start off as a settler, so that's going to be nice. And I think if I put them right here, they're going to get truffles, fish, and bananas. So I'm going to send them to go settle right here, where it's as its actual recommendation. Alright, as for you guys, I want you to slowly work your way around and head up this way. You can see the workers are over here building a pasture for these sheep. Alright, and looks like those barbarians didn't heed my warning and they're coming to the city. So I am going to, you see Mandarin, my city has conducted can conduct a ranged attack, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to send my archers to do the same. This is going to almost kill them. So in the next turn, that guy's probably going to attack my archers and give them some damage, but I should be able to take them out pretty easily. And of course, that's out of turn, so I can't make my new city yet. Right. So, trapping, riding. I don't really need trapping yet, but I'm going to need it for horseback riding. So I don't have any horses yet, so it's not that big of a problem. Now, walls would be nice, well, will be nice when I start getting attacked. Let's see. We got up here, riding library. I'm going to go into riding now, and settler's still inactive. Alright. So it looks like the barbarian's running, but I don't think he's going to make it too far. I found my second city. I'm going to send this scout over that way. And I would kill this brute with my city, but I think if I kill it with my archers, they get more XP. So then I can level them up and give them some extra abilities. Alright, my second workboat's done. I'm going to send him over there to start fishing and start new production. Okay, so I still don't have any new buildings I can make. What I will do, I haven't met any. I can trade with that city-state. Probably. The cargo boat's going to take a while to make, our cargo ship. I could try to make Stonehenge. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make another settler and get another city going. Found a Pantheon. Now, I like to do 1 production plus cities with population 3 plus. Hang on. Production for fishing boats. Now, I'm just going to stick with more production. I like more production because then stuff gets built faster. Alright, and this guy needs to make stuff now. So I'm going to start with what I did last time. I'm just going to start with the monument. So you see an unmet player has entered the classical era. People that like this smile the most. For some reason I'm at 9, and that is because my civilization's not super happy, but they're pretty happy. I can make them happier by putting like circuses and stuff in once I unlock them. It looks like we got more barbarians over here, and they're just in range of my archers. So they should still survive that. And they might attack my scouts, but I doubt because they'll probably get killed instantly. Where'd he go? I could probably take him out. Yeah, I can take him out with my scouts, even though they're not that strong. There we go. So now he's no longer a problem. And let's put these guys back into alert. Okay. So I'm gonna put these guys back down. Actually, I'm gonna have them fortify until they're healed, just in case they come across more barbarians. And I have a lot of stuff I can research now. I'm thinking mathematics, maybe. Hanging gardens is nice to have, but it's usually requires a lot of turns to make. But it gives you 6 food in return. I really need to get to trapping, masonry, and what is the other one that's left behind? Bronze working. I really need to get to these, so I'm probably start researching those. I can tell because my science is advanced a little bit past them, they're going to take less turns to make. Because my science is now 11, when before I think it was 4. Maybe even more than that. Alright, yeah, new settler. So where am I going to fit this settler? Over here and up there, there's barbarians. I like to have it connected to the ocean, though, so I can set up trade routes. If I want it around... if I still want it around some resources, so it's not just a city that's useless. So up here looks pretty good with some truffles and some buffalo. I think this city will extend over to these cows. I'm going to send these scouts up forward to see what else is up here. And for my settler, do nothing this turn. Well, I forgot where I want you. So I can create the Great Library in 12 turns, but and it'll give me +3 science per turn, which will help with my science. But this library will also help with my science. I get +1 science every 2 citizens. So this gives me +3 science. This gives me 2 per citizen. That means right now I'll get 2 science from this and 3 science from this. So I think I'm going to stick with the library at the moment, because in a couple turns I'll probably make up the what I would get from the Great Library. Oh, it's gone. Was it built somewhere else? Yeah, the Great Library has been built in a faraway land. Wow. So I'm definitely glad I didn't choose that, because I would have wasted a turn of production. That means someone's ahead of me. Holy cow. I'm used to playing in the super easy mode, but I wanted to play differently today. So, Buenos Aires. So I found another city-state. So I'm guessing I'm probably the only actual civilization or country. That goes off down this way. I'm thinking I'm probably the excuse me. I think I'm probably the only country actually on this continent. So I'm going to definitely make a lot more cities on here and kind of claim this entire continent as my own. Now, let's see, up here, if I put a city here, how many tiles that way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can actually found a city there, which is probably why it's recommending it. I'll be on the coast as well as I'll have buffaloes and truffles. Because I don't want to put it here because it's going to be too close to this city. It's just going to not turn out too well. So I think right up here is probably where I'm going to found my next city. So let's send these settlers up there. So it'll take them 3 turns to get there. Then I'm probably going to start another settler. What I need to do is I need to get some military units and probably take out these... Ooh, my golden age is done. Probably take out some of these... You can fortify until here. Barbarians, so I can spread out my cities farther apart without worrying about being attacked. So I'm going to start in masonry because that's going to give me walls, which is also going to protect my cities from attacks. So wait, what are they working on now? Okay, a library. Good. I'm not going to do that. Alright, next turn. Barcelona has grown. So 3 citizens, cool. Alright. So I will immediately want to found my city here if it'll let me. Yep. So now we have a 3rd city. And now I'll probably put a monument in it again. Oh, I can't build... Oh, this is a different city, that's why. Like, I can't build a monument? Alright, I want to make another settler, but that's not going to go well until I get the barbarians taken care of. So I'm going to make another archer. I'm probably going to make another warrior. It's for you guys to make a shrine. And you guys make a monument. And actually, I really need to get more workers going as well, because they're going to need some farms so they have enough food to expand. What is this taking me? Oh, my scouts have finished, so I guess I'll send them off exploring again. Now, I think the problem with them is they're probably going to wander into the city-state territories, and city-states don't like when you enter their territories without their permission. So I'll probably get some dislike from the city-states. But later, when I get spies, I can send the spies into the city-states to rig elections and make them like me again, so I don't care much. Bronze are going to give me spearmen and stuff, but do I need bronze to get that, or just any old mine? I really need to expand probably into the medieval era soon, so... Mathematics give me catapult, courthouse, and hanging gardens. Construction composite bowmen. Crowding army. Probably gonna go with mathematics at the moment. Plus 1 food from coast and ocean tiles. Plus 1 production and from sea resources when worked by a city. So actually, the lighthouse seems really good. It's 50. I'm going to research that 50 production. I can have that built in Madrid. 50 divided by 13.2. I have it done in 3 turns, about 4 turns actually. So maybe I'll build a lighthouse here next turn, or next time I'm building. Alright, so now we have our new archers. So I'm already going to send them out to go hunting barbarians. I'm going to make... yeah, I'm going to make a new warrior. And I might send this warrior out with them, with the archers. I probably should have sent them out on that last turn, but... for Barcelona. Ooh. I don't remember what ships can fire upon land and which can't, so this might be wait, can I actually attack them from here? Oh, Barcelona can. Barcelona, give them a warning shot. And as for you guys, actually head up over here. If that barbarian ship stays, I'll fire upon it with my archers. Oh, I forgot to move my warriors again.
You made an instrument.
So now we're in the classical era. So I guess the barbarians have fled. So I want to move this closer to the encampment. So they got a warrior over there. We have our new warrior already, so I'm just going to send this warrior out with the archers. As for the new production, I'm going to build a lighthouse so I get more production and more food. You guys build a granary, that way you have more food. And I'm going to go into that, so every city that has a trade route or a connection with the capital gets extra happiness. And hopefully, because we researched the wheel, right? I believe we did. Yeah. So the workers should automatically be building roads and connecting the cities. Right. Those research bronze working, so I don't leave that behind. So, okay, why? I don't know. I don't know why the heck my scouts went off towards that barbarian encampment, unless they're going to go through the city-state, but probably should have used Barcelona to kill those guys so I could move my archers up closer to the encampment, but it's 5 HP here now, friendly territory. Plus 25%. I definitely want to promote these guys with that. And I want you guys to get the heck out of there. Okay, you warriors, move up closer to the archers. I don't want to have too many military units either, because each military unit costs a certain amount of gold to upkeep. So you can see 4 spent in building maintenance and 4 spent in unit maintenance. So I don't want. If I have too many military units, I'm going to start losing money instead of gaining money. So I'm going to move the archers there because they should be able to get a ranged attack on the encampment. Then I'm going to move my warriors around the outside because I don't know if they can go around the archers or not. Because 2 military units can't be on the same tile at the same time. If you have a worker in a military unit, they can both stand on the same tile. But if you have 2 military units, they can't both be on the same tile. So I'm going to research philosophy. See, this gets to the point where none of the stuff or inside the rewards that you get for researching stuff looks too interesting. Composite bowman will be nice, and probably the catapult will be too at some point. But at the moment, nothing looks that interesting inside these research rewards. All right, so let's use the archers to fire upon the encampment again. Bringing the warriors around the outside, which they're moving slower because of the hills. They have to traverse up the hills, so they don't move as far. Now at our city over here, it's actually almost forgot about. Let's start with the granary because they barely have any food to get by. We need to get some workers over there to get the buffalo and the truffles, because then they'll have a lot more food. Alright, so the warriors should hopefully be able to attack this turn and probably take out the barbarian warriors. And then I'll capture that encampment and probably get a settler going to send over to this area of the continent and capture it, kind of, or claim it as my own territory. So I'm going to do that in a second. Alright, so you guys, yeah, I can get a minor victory. So before I do that, get to increase my odds, I'm just going to hit them with the archer. Then, yeah, decisive victory, there we go. It's going to take 2 turns to attack still. Alright. In that case, I could have probably just taken them out with the archers, but I'll still need the warriors to go in to capture the city because I don't want to move the archers too close, just in case the encampment sends out another set of warriors. Alright, Madrid. Start building walls. Walls will increase the combat strength, the city combat strength, that you can see up here. So this is 14 strength. So it's kind of like 14 hit points. So when I put this wall on, it's going to increase the hit points it has before it can be captured or destroyed. Up here you see this one's got 9 because it's a newer city, and down here this one's got 15. So actually Barcelona has more protection than Madrid. That's probably because there's some mountains in the area. It's going to be harder for the units to get close to it. So people with the pointy sticks, that's usually people that have the biggest army, I believe. So I'm in second place for the biggest army, which is probably a good thing, because I only have 4 military units. So if I'm in first, or if I'm in second place, that means not many people have that many military units. And at the beginning of the game, that's good. And I did not even see these spearmen coming. Alright, I don't think my archers are going to be able to handle these guys alone, so I'm going to move my warriors closer. I'm going to have Madrid fire upon them. I'm going to use my archers to fire upon them as well. Alright, and hopefully they don't do anything while I'm not looking. Alright, and over here I'm going to send my warriors in to take out the barbarian encampment. This area actually looks really good. I'm probably going to found... It's on a hill. Well, I'm probably going to found another city right here so I can get some more bananas as well as horses and cows. That'll be good. And then I guess I can start when these guys next turn. I'll start working them up here towards the next barbarian encampment. Alright, now this is what I thought was going to happen. I've just let my scouts go up here to this part of the continent, and what has happened is the city-state has expanded their territory and the only area where I could go past. So now technically my guys are kind of stuck up here. They can go back through the city-state, but you can see the city-state's already angry with me because I've been entering their territory without their permission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these scouts to kind of go around the outside and make sure I didn't miss anything over here. And then maybe I'll run through their territory real quick, and I'll just leave the scouts up there. Depends if I want to stay friends with the city-state.
Three things are to...
Alright, so let's send the warriors up this way. I think the archers have more movement. Alright, now this is this unit got promoted, which is like it leveling up, so I can put Barrage 1, which does 15% more damage in ranged and rough terrains, or I can do this one, which does almost the same thing but in open terrains. So you can see my area over here is more flat, but over here it's more hilled and has more mountains, and same thing over here. So I'm probably going to put it in rough terrain, because I think that's going to help out more. I'll move the archers up behind the warriors. You guys move over there. So there's not really anything else here, but now that I think I've seen this coast, I might be able to set up a trade route with Madrid or my other city to send cargo ships around the edge here to trade with this city-state. But being that they're angry with me, I don't know if they'll like that or not. Units gaining experience and been promoted. Okay, my archers have been promoted. Now these guys over here, they're more flat land, so I'm thinking about leveling them into open terrain. But if at any point I want to move them over to this area or anything, they're not going to be that skilled for it. I'm just going to put it in open terrain at the moment. So where are we going to level into now? Well, if I want to get those horses, horseback riding is probably going to be a good thing to level into. Once this is done building the wells, I'm going to get another settler. I'm going to send him down over here. And as for the warriors, I'll go ahead and hit these spearmen. Now, the spearmen, I think, are the next military unit up from the warriors, so the barbarians are a little bit more advanced than I currently am. But hopefully I can expand my military soon. So being that I researched composite bowmen, now I can upgrade my archers when they're inside the city limits for a certain amount of gold. So I'm going to upgrade my archers to composite bowmen. And I can't move anything else this turn. So, alright, so I don't need these warriors anymore. I'm going to try to bring them back over into the territory, and I'll let them sit there and just guard the city. Put the composite bowmen back on alert. Let's send the warriors and the archers back towards the other one. The other sea state. So see, I can't put military units on top of military units, so I'm going to put them up on top of the hill. So my scouts have researched everything up here, or marked everything up here that I can. I don't think they have the ability to embark on water, so I can't take them around the coast. So what I could do is I'm probably just going to have them run back through the city-state really fast. I'm just going to try to slip through this part of their territory, and hopefully not anger them too much. Madrid, I'm going to... I could build some wonders, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to build a new settler. I need new workers, so I'm going to do settler, and then can I queue up some workers? I think I can queue workers. I don't remember. I thought there used to be a way to do that. I click more information. Where are you going to purchase? I thought there used to be a way to queue what you wanted built next. I guess I'll figure that out later. Huh. Alright, anyways. Oh, I have production of 24 or 28 now. Oh, here we go. Change production. Show queue. This is what I wanted. So, show queue, and I want to add to queue after the settlers another worker. So, you see now after it finishes the settlers, I'll automatically start working on the workers. I usually don't set up queues, but for this part, I am going to. Barcelona, you can make a... You don't have any military units, so it'd be nice to get some walls up just in case some barbarians coming from the coast. But then again, it'd also be nice to get a workboat out there to get some food for you. But you guys are pretty set on food, so I'm going to put a library, and that way I can up my research. Okay, so the warriors... I'm going to take the warriors around the left side and bring the archers up on the right, because the archers are going to stand back farther. Let's go over there then. So I can use their range abilities. Okay, scout. You only got one movement left. That means you're gonna set in their territory, and they're not gonna like that. Pass over this turn, and I'm gonna move you across their territory next turn. As for you warriors, you can heal up.
A horse.
Okay. So let's bring the warriors around the side of the small river. And bring the archers up around the side. If I built a city actually along a river like this, I think I can set up a water wheel. That will give me even more food production. But because I don't think you can, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't do that on oceans or any other body of water like a river or like a lake. All right, I want to try to stay progressive here. So I'm gonna do mathematics so I can get into engineering and ironworking and make metal casting probably. Guilds will be something nice because then I get more money and I believe I get trading posts and stuff, so that will be better as well. That's one thing. After this settler and this worker, can I queue up? I want to queue a cargo ship. Which is going to take 5 turns, but that way I can start trading with the city-states. Alright, so now there's some more warriors over here. My guess is some warriors either came up over here in the darkness of the shadows and entered this encampment to heal, and the people that were in it left. or they produced a new unit and sent it out really fast. So now I have 2 warriors to worry about. Luckily, I think these archers can reach this set of warriors, so hopefully my warriors should be able to take them out pretty easily without getting too injured, because I still have the encampment to take out. If I need to, I'll set the scouts to fortify and heal. If I need to, I'll try to bring the scouts in as a little bit of reinforcements, even though they're not powerful enough to make a big difference. Alright, my new settlers. Oop, don't want to move you yet. I need to figure out where you're going. You're going to go over here, right where it actually recommends. So, I'm going to let you move on your own. Hopefully there's no new barbarian encampments I haven't seen yet that are over there. Alright. Now my archers aren't close enough to hit them anymore, and I don't want them too close, so I'm going to move the archers there. Oh, they can't reach the encampment because of the hill. So, I can't move you on top of this other military unit. I don't want to move you up there, so I'm going to move them around the back. Maybe... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Shoot. Oh, crap, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, that's not going right. One thing I probably am doing, leaving my units here, though, is I'm making it harder for the city-state to expand. Now, warriors, I want you to go back. You don't attack yet. I want the archers to, first of all, attack. I'll use the warriors to finish them off. No, go back one. Use the warrior to finish them off. Then I'll head back for the actual encampment. Oh yeah, I ordered a new worker. I'm automatically in the build improvements. So you'll see he'll probably head up to this city up here and start making some stuff for the truffles and the bison. Actually, I was pulling off researching trapping. I probably should have done that earlier because I think that's what lets you get the bison. Are they bison or buffalo? Yeah, bison. Alright, engineering or currency. Currency leads to guilds. They're all 6 turns, so might as well just go for currency. Alright. So I want to move you guys closer, but I need to get you to a position where you can still hit the encampment. Now, at that location you're not going to be able to, but maybe I want to move... Ooh, you guys got some stuff you can do. Rough terrain. I'm going to move you closer, but not battle yet, because I want to move the archers up there, and they don't have an attack, so that was just wasted. So, alright, minor defeat. My warriors are kind of outmatched here. If I don't attack, I will get attacked. I'll probably take more damage. So I'm going to attack right off. And hopefully next turn I'll be able to use my archers to damage the barbarians more for my warriors. I'll actually bring my scouts up. I can give a little damage with my scouts. So I'm going to bring my scouts up as well to help with the encampment. Alright. Choose production. Wow, this city's really behind compared to the rest of my cities. Shrine. Which is odd, because isn't this the second city I made, or is that the third? No, I don't have 3 cities. Oh, yeah, I do. I don't remember. Great. So they want dyes. I don't have dyes anywhere. I don't even see them on this map, so they're not getting them unless I trade with a city-state or such. So they're probably not going to like me. I think if I would have given them dyes, they would have been I think it was... What is it? I don't remember what happens if you give it to them. But, oh, great. Now we got hand axes. This barbarian adventure is not going too well. The first encampment went really smooth, but this one's just... I don't know whether to attack the encampment. Well, if I attack the encampment, these other barbarians are likely to leave, because that's probably the reason why they're here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to finish off this encampment. And what I'll do is I'll shoot it with the archers and have the scouts go in and capture it, and I'll send the warriors to hit these axe guys. There we go, 26 gold. And now for your warrior. The warriors aren't going to do well through this battle. The scouts still have a turn left, and they're going to do worse, but if I hit them with 2 military units, it'll be better than just hitting them with 1. Let's bring in the warrior. Ooh. Wow, that was lucky. I wasn't expecting it to go like that. I thought I was going to lose my warrior there. Oh wow, I don't have much gold income. Hopefully that's going to change with the currency. I just noticed that. Adopt policy. Alright, now honor does more with military, but I don't know if I want to get into the military. Tradition's best for small empires. I'm expanding, so I don't know if tradition's going to help much, so I'm going to go ahead and do the last part of the Treaty of Liberty. Ooh, and a great person is born. That's probably part of the thing. So I think I want to advance in science more than anything, so I'm going to go for a great scientist. And now I just need to move him to an open area in part of my territory, like there, for instance, and then he'll probably build an academy that will help boost my research, I believe. Oh great, I forgot about these guys. Well, I've lost my warriors. I'm going to go ahead and settle my new city over here. I don't know what I'm going to do against these, what are they, hand axe guys? Well, I'm going to hit him pretty hard with this ranged attack. I'm going to hit him with the ranged attack. Let's see if the scouts can do anything more, if they're going to get killed. Then I'm probably going to make a strategic retreat. Well, according to this, I have a high decisive victory. I'm going to try it. According to this, these scouts should be able to take out the last of these axe throwers. And it did. Very little health left. So that's good. So maybe I can found another city up there, but I don't know if I want it too close to the city-state. I can see here my workers have automatically built a road connecting the 2 cities together, and you'll see there's a little mark down here saying that they're connected. So this city is going to get a boost of happiness because of one of the policies I did beforehand, I believe. Yeah, my warrior is being destroyed, and yes, the connection's been made. Basically what I just went over. For Barcelona, they need more food. And a way to get more food is a lighthouse. So I'm going to have them start working on a lighthouse. As for our new city over here, I am going to probably start with a monument again. What does a monument do? It seems like you always start with a monument in every city. It doesn't make much of a difference, it seems, but... I guess they had a quest, I didn't notice that. Sometimes the city-states will give you, hey, if you do this, we'll like you more. And that way you can get alliances and stuff started, but I must have missed anything they asked for. Now see, there's jewelers and stone here. That's not... Ooh, and wheat. There's not much else here. Right here might be an okay place to start a city, but I don't... possibly. Because I want to capture this entire continent as my territory. It might be a good idea. So put a city there. It's going to spread over, probably border along the city-state, and reach around probably this distance until it spreads more. This will probably reach out here. So probably a city right here would probably be good for capturing this continent. There's a small little tile here that we don't own. It just looks weird. Alright, Oh, we finished a cargo ship. That's good. I'm going to use that in a second. Stable, Coliseum. Now, Coliseum's going to up my happiness, which my happiness is lower than most times I play. It's going to give me an additional 2 gold and connecting to another civilization and trade routes. Now that sounds pretty good because I want to get into a lot of trade routes, but I can only trade with 2 city-states. So I don't know how much of the help that's going to be. I'm going to go with Coliseum to up my happiness, then I might go with the other one. Unit resource, of course, the new cargo ship. So I want you to establish a trade rate, or a trade route, not rate, with the city-state of Buenos Aires. And what that'll do is, I think it gives them, let's see, what does it give? I get, who is this what they get? Their revenue, so they get 2 gold, and I get 7.9 gold from this trading. So, this is really good. So I'm going to get 8 gold per turn, and they're going to get 2 gold per turn, or per trade route. So I'm definitely going to trade with them. So now my ship's going to go off on its journey, as long as it doesn't get plundered by barbarians. Now this archer, I'm going to leave an alert mode for when I get the city founded over there. I'm going to start a new academy over here with my great scientist. So that, I think, up to my research. I didn't check or watch to see if it did or not. And you can see, because I have trade routes highlighted, you can see the trade route is being shown as it goes into Buenos Aires. Actually, why am I in good standing with
Better
them?
is bread.
What did I do? That's Yugen, excellent. I don't know what I did to become friends with them. They only have cotton, which isn't that resourceful. It looks like they got sheep, but maybe it's because I destroyed the barbarians over here, or maybe they're just being nice because I'm a neighbor. It's weird, I don't know why I'm friends with them. Guilds is what I wanted to get into. Anything else here, though? Yeah, I'll stick with guilds. And it's 600 BC. So we've progressed, what was it? Almost 4,000 years in 60 turns. Just production. Let's see, what's the lowest? 8 is the lowest. What's going to produce more? The lighthouse, because they definitely need more food production. So let's get a lighthouse building. Oh, so whenever, I guess our city down here has grown. It's now 2 citizens. It's got 4 food. It's doing pretty okay. It's definitely going to have to get some workers, which apparently some of the workers have come from the other cities to help out. So that's good. In theory, because I believe barbarian encampments come back after a while, in theory, if I capture this entire continent and make it part of Spain, then I shouldn't have any more barbarians showing up. In theory. But I don't think I'm going to capture every single tire on this continent, or at least not for a while. Alright, Pantheon's been built on a faraway land. So new construction. Do I want to start another cargo ship with one of my cities? It'll transport food and make them expand more. Did I put that city's on the coast? It might be a good idea to set up a cargo ship over there, because then I'll produce food for them, and that will up their growth rate. But I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Cargo ship's 3 turns. We could probably make something else better in shorter turns. Make a catapult. I don't think I'm going to use it before it's going to be outdated. A market will increase the amount of gold the city will generate. Plus 1 gold for a thing. Right now I got 22 gold income, which is really nice. A stable, plus 50 in production when building mounted units. Now, I don't usually build mounted units, so that's also not as useful. Barracks is probably going to be pretty useful. So, I'm going to do barracks and then probably a market. Cities we like to visit. So I guess there's only one city that's like to visit, and it's from a player I don't know. This is actually going to be interesting because until, being now on my own continent, until we reach the research level where we can explore the ocean, or one of the other civilizations reaches a research level where they can explore the ocean, I'm not going to have any contact with any other civilizations. Which is going to be partially nice because then I don't have to worry about them wanting to declare war on me. But also it's going to kind of suck for trading because if I need something, I'm not going to have anyone to trade with. Except city-states, and they usually don't have that many resources. Barracks or walls? Probably walls because it's a coastal city. And actually, when I built walls over here, I don't know if you noticed, but you can see a small little wall going around Madrid. These two city-states don't
The
like each other,
merchants
do
and the
they?
traders have come.
Wait a minute. That's got a good point. Maybe that's why this city... Well, no, not both city-states like me. Is it just because I took out the barbarians? I'm confused. Okay. It looks like am I in a new golden age? Oh no, it's ended. Okay. Some bonuses you receive from city-states have increased in value. I didn't know I received bonuses from city-states. Is it just because I'm the only city-state they've met, they're best friends with me? No. That's weird, because for some reason I'm friends with both of these city-states, and both of them want each other bullied, which is kind of funny, but... Market? Yes. And I'm going to... see, I made it in the medieval. What do I want to do in medieval? Civil service gives me pikemen. Cheaper than pikemen. 16. 16 to 30. I want to get to civil service, so I'm going to go into drum and poetry. Alright. So the scouts have finished healing. That took them a while. I don't really have much use for a scout anymore because I've basically explored all I can of this continent. So I just let them sit there for now. Probably a granary would be a good thing next. But they've got an okay amount of food. But granary will probably still be the best thing. Maybe a shrine. I'll go with shrine because that's usually the next thing you build when you make a new city. Next turn. Research. No, this isn't research. This is production. See, this town's been progressing a little bit. They're really low on food for some reason. So if I can find something that produces food, one science every 2 seconds, that's gonna be nice. But I need more food. Now, basically, I'm probably gonna have to get some workers over there to make farms. So how much does it make to make a? Where's a worker? There it is. 8 turns. That's a bit much. For 8 turns, I can upgrade my science. So I'm just gonna do science, and maybe I'll send one of my workers from another city over. All right.
What is...
Adopted policy. All right. Now, what am I going to go into here? Commerce. I'm supposed to focus on gold. Now, I have a fair amount of gold, and I have a lot of gold income. Honor usually does more with the army and military. Pity does faith. Patronage enhances benefits of city-state friendship. Maybe I'll go into patronage then. Generate culture and spread your empire over the seas. Now that would be interesting if I wasn't worried about the other civilizations. Now I do want Renaissance era, but when am I restricting this? Cannot be unlocked right now. You need to be in the Renaissance era. Okay. How far away am I from that? Renaissance is that's the next one. I'm pretty far away. I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna wait for it. I'm probably going to go into patronage. Yes. Because I want to be friends with these city-states because they're the only other people I have right now. And stonework. So there's stonework. So I've had that for a while. That gives me +1 production. That sounds really good because it gives me production. 15 production values. I'm going to put it into stoneworks. And for production over here, I guess barracks. It's the cheapest to make. And then for civil service, probably because I want civil service. Yeah, because they give me some extra. Because they give me extra units. What's this? You have 1 trade units. You have 2 trade units available. Oh, okay. I don't remember seeing that up there before. Choose production. Alright, this is my newest city, so it's got nothing. Probably granary. Just because it's the quickest thing to make. And it's going to help with the expansion of the city. Okay. So, what do we got going on over here? So the trade route's still going. It hasn't been plundered yet, so I guess no barbarian. I'm probably not going to have a barbarian problem because I wiped out all the barbarians on this continent, and barbarians from other continents won't be able to come over because they don't have enough research to cross oceans. So I should be pretty safe from barbarians plundering my trade route. So actually, if I wanted to start, I could probably start some land trade routes as well. Maybe that's what I'll do for the other city-state. I'll try to start a land. Do I have the abilities to do land cargo? Caravan, here we go. I can make a caravan probably going between our other city-state up there. Stonehenge has been built in the faraway land. So I'm losing grasp on these city-states. They're not starting to like me anymore. I've dropped underneath one of their tabs. I'm still friends with them. I don't remember what I was up here. I think friends on both of them. So my relationships start slowly deteriorating with the two city-states. But hopefully the trade routes and stuff will help. And if I need to, I'll give them small gifts of gold. Which actually my gold's now starting to decrease. Probably from my new units. As well as new buildings. What are we going to make here? See, happiness is pretty low again. So Colosseum will help bring that up. Chivalry, Conquistador, that would be nice. But do I have horses? Over here I have horses, but we do have horses. 4 horses. So a Conquistador would be nice. Or we could just go into... That's nice, but isn't that... Oh, a Library of Bone Malsees. That's going to be a while before I get that going. I think that's a wonder as well. Or a wonder as well, so I don't think I'm going to get to that. I'm going to go into... Let's see where we are on all this. Probably, let's get some of this stuff done. So let's do philosophy. By the way, I am playing with both of the DLCs. I think it's, what is it, Gods and Kings? And I'm playing with the Brave New World DLC. So this gameplay is going to be different than just the standard game. So if you want to play exactly like this, you're going to have to pick up the DLCs. Those are also on Steam. You can get it underneath the Civilization 5 page. So I'm no longer friends with these city-states. So, ooh, it's 0 AD. Oh, that's not my city-state. That's my city. So they now consider me neutral, even though I have high reputation with them. So I'm going to have to up that at some point, probably. Stable. 15 production. Now, the thing is, do I want to build conquistadors when I have the ability to? That's my biggest question, because if so, I'm probably going to have to start working on a stable. I'm gonna get into a caravan, see. That way I can up my trade routes. Oh, I forgot I have a caravan. I want you to trade with. See, I want to make sure I get the right city-state. Yep, it's Antwerp. So I get 5 gold and they get 1 gold per turn. That's good for me. And with no barbarians to plunder that route, that'll be even better.
There is a...
Alright. That demands dice. I don't think we have any dice. I don't even think the city-states have dice. Well, I guess if I want dice, I'm probably going to have to get them from another continent. Choose reduction. Right. Let's see, how happy are they here? Alright, so cities don't have their own happiness. Overall happiness is low, so a circus would be nice. So, but a lighthouse will help. Well, they're good on food and production. Production could be up, but they're good on food, so let's build a circus so that people stay happy. And engineering? Yeah, engineering. Next turn. Alright. Let's do this next turn. Let's build... Their food is so low over here, but we've got the truffles being worked on, and what are they doing over here? What are you guys doing? Oh, good, you're constructing a road. I thought they were destroying my academy there to build something. Whew. To say, you better not be destroying my academy. That would suck. Walls. I guess. Nah. The rest of these... this city needs more production, more food, definitely. Which the workers are working on. I need to get more workers. But for now, I guess I'll put walls up. It's got the Great Lighthouse? Did I build that? Oh, is that just... oh, it's the normal lighthouse. Okay. Next turn. Engineering. City connection established. So we are in the next city's been connected to the capital. Hanging Gardens has been built in the faraway land. Well, it took them a while. Alright. This is when it gets to the parts where you're like, man, I don't know what to build. So my city's almost got everything. Mounted units, I'm not working on once again. Amphitheater. That just ups my culture and my great work writing slots. Now, culture is going to be good. You have an amphitheater, or I could do an aqueduct, which gives me more food. Oh, it's carried over. That's probably going to be useful, actually. Let's build an aqueduct. And I'll go into chivalry, even though I think I forgot one. Actually, did I forget one? I forgot ironworking. Let's switch to ironworking. World's most literate people. It's cool, so we're the most literate just by 2. I don't know where it gets that from. Yeah, I don't know where it gets the literacy from. I know there's like statistics and stuff up here you can look at. I usually don't look at them though. Might be useful, but I've just never looked at them. Market sounds pretty good in Barcelona. Let's build a market. That'll up my gold. That way I can make more units, as well as more cities. I need to get a workboat going here, actually. I already ended the turn, so I'm not going to change it. But I need to get some workboats going. Barcelona, how's its food? It's got 10 food. It's actually got a lot of food, so I could start the trade route from Barcelona to get food to my other cities. Because I'm sure, yeah, this city could use a little bit more food. So that's something I'll do. I'll make Barcelona a giant food state almost. Let's actually buy some territory there, so I can start heading towards this other fish. So Barcelona will be my main food city. Machinery is going to be nice. Crossbowmen, ironworks. That's going to be nice, but I'm not there yet. Well, let's see. What do we need? Printing press just needs machinery, or does it need machinery and physics? It needs machinery, physics, and chivalry. So let's actually start on the machinery. Choose production. Right, so I'm going to build. I guess amphitheater. Probably should at some point get the horse. The thing is, usually by the time I want to build units that go farther or go faster, which are usually horse units, usually by the time I'm ready for those, I've usually reached the ages or the time where I can have actual mechanicalized like trucks and stuff instead of horses. So I feel like building this table would just be a waste of time, but I'm probably going to need it at some point. Depending on if I come across any more barbarians or anyone that wants to battle me. Now let's build this lighthouse to help up their food and production. I'm at player has entered the medieval era. Now I believe we're already in the medieval era, so that civilization should be behind us. in research, at least. For all I know, they could have a giant army. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Oh, these are wonders, that's why. I guess temple and then stable. I'll do stable last. New social policy. Gold gifts to city-states produce 25% more influence. Resting point for influence of all city-states is increased by 20. So, that sounds really nice, actually. So I guess they won't ever even out anymore. So they won't drop it. You see, right now it's 20, so I guess these won't drop below 20. When I'm not angering them. So if I anger them, it's going to go between under 20, and if I'm helping them out, it's going to go above 20. When I'm not doing anything, it's going to go down and probably rest at 20 instead of 0. So that's going to be nice. I probably should pledge to protect these two city-states as well, because that'll up my friendship with them and almost make them allies. But right now my army's so small that if they did get attacked, I wouldn't have much in helping them, and then they'd probably not like me anymore. So I'm not going to do that. And one thing I am going to do is I forgot to send a settler over here, so I'm going to begin work on a settler. You've got 10 food, but you're going to be my food city, so let's get an aqueduct going. You're still really far behind, but an aqueduct's going to be great for you because you don't have much food. Colossus has been built in a faraway land. Alright, next turn. Machinery is done. Choose production. Now, I guess stable. No, wait, no, I want a settler first. Because I need to get the settler over there as soon as I can. Because it's going to take a while to get them actually going, that new city going. What was I going to do? I did machinery. I want to get up to banking. Because the bank's going to give me a lot of cash. I need education for that, and for that in theology. Theology. There we go. Next turn. Alright, so the cargo ship's finished its several routes that it does. I don't remember how many routes it does before it resets. So I'm going to reestablish that trade route with Buenos Aires, and I'm still going to get my 8 gold per turn. You see, I could start a trade route with some of my other cities, and it would give, let's see, I think it gives them food. Can I look this up here? No, I guess, yeah, we'll give them food, because revenue is pointing towards me, towards the picture. So I could give some of my other cities some food if they really needed it, but right now I'm going to focus towards gold. So I'm going to put the trade route back up with the city-state. And my new settler is done, and I'm not going to worry about any barbarians. So I'm just going to send them out without any protection and just let them run out there. Right, now I guess I'm going to build a stable. Unless I want to build a wonder. Great lighthouse. These don't produce much except great engineer points. If there's anything that gives me +1 food and 1 production for all desert tiles. Now, is this considered a desert tile? It is considered a desert tile. So maybe I'll put. Yeah, I'll have him work on that. You know, it's going to take me a lot of production. Alrighty, let's put. This city's not protected. This city's not really. Well, it's actually got a lot of protection on it for being a newer city. But being that it's on the coast, it's almost like on a peninsula. It's surrounded by water and doesn't have any ranged units in it. I'm going to go ahead and put a wall on it. Oh, I can see a city-state border. That probably means there's a continent or an island down there. So if I get a ship, I can send it down there to explore because it's close enough. That would kind of suck, though, if I've already run into another continent, because I haven't finished completely claiming this continent as my own. What would be good is if there's a small island here and all that's on it's that one city-state, because maybe I can spread my another city over there. Now, compass will give me a harbor and a new ship, and I think with a compass, I think I can spread farther, or is that astronomy? It's probably astronomy. Well, I still want to go for banking, so I'm going to go for education, then chivalry, then I'll come back to compass later. One thing I definitely want to get to is planes. One thing with planes, though, is they needed oil, so if I don't have any oil on this continent, I'm not going to be able to do planes. But I like planes and aircraft carriers and stuff, and I want to get more to a bigger Navy and Air Force than more of an Army. Especially because I don't think an army is going to be as needed. Because if I stay on this continent, when I find other civilizations, if they have barbarian problems or anything, I'll just send a bomber or a plane over to attack the barbarians and kind of help them out. And if I ever start a war with one of the civilizations, I can just use air or water support because none of them are connected to my same continent. So that's going to be nice. So I'm probably going to focus more on the Navy and Air Force than Army. Great prophet has been born. Now, what I can do with a prophet is I can found a religion. And I'm probably going to found a religion. What I just remembered is, usually I play with a mod installed, which I didn't play with any mods today, but usually I play with the mod installed that adds some extra religions. That you can put in, like, religions from other games and stuff, so I would normally choose one of those. But, what the heck, what am I going to choose? Why not? Okay, that's one I already selected. Ooh, that'd be nice. For each city following this region, gain science when a missionary. Let's go. I'm just going to do the church property and get 2 extra gold. Cities with 3 followers. That's good production, actually. Found religion. There we go. I'm gonna rename it. Production. No, I don't have any trade routes set with Barcelona, so that's not going to be useful. Let's build an amphitheater and a temple, and I'll do amphitheater. What unit needs orders? Oh, my settlers, have they arrived? They have. Let's found our next city and get them started with a monument. Oh wow, they have low, very, very, very low production. I think the other ones start off with higher production than that. Weird. Hopefully workers get over here and start a farm on that. Wheat. Alright. Turn. What was connected? Okay, our city down here. Good. Production. I don't want to build any units with you. Actually, no, you don't even have any water things you can help with. Well, there's pearls over here. How much is it for a workboat? 3 turns? No, you still have a lot to go on this side, though. And a stable would do really well because you have horses. But you got a fair amount of food. Let's do an aqueduct. World's most progressive people. I'm the most progressive by 1 point. Oh, our caravan's back and he's ready to restart his route. Now I'm gonna set it. Oh, really? Now what this is gonna do is I'm still gonna get 7 gold per turn, and they're gonna get 1 gold per turn. But then it's gonna apply some religious pressure on them, so I might be able to get the city-state to convert to my religion that I founded. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna send that out. finish education. Cheapest thing for you to make is going to be barracks. A university plus 2 science from jungle tiles. Now, do you have any jungle tiles? That's bison. That's not what I want to look at. That's forest. I don't think he's got any jungle biomes. He's just got forests. So university is going to be useless for that, I believe. Yeah. So I'm going to go for costume because the happiness is really low in my civilization for some reason. And I wanted to do compass. Did I get the other one I wanted done? I wanted to do banking for that chivalry, so I'll do silver chivalry. Then I could get into the Renaissance era. Next turn. Oh, another religion's been founded. Ooh. Oh, did I finish filling that? Hey, Indiana Jones. Quote from Indiana Jones down there. So apparently I finished a World Wonder that I don't remember making. Oh, I have a second trade route I can do now. So I can only do this by land to another one of my cities. So who needs food? You've got 3 food. You're in dire need of food. You have 8. You're okay. You have 5. You're close. You have 2. You really need it, but you're a younger city. So I'm going to start a trade route and supplying food to our northern city here. Where's the caravan? So yeah, give them 4 food per turn. Yes. And being that there's a road established between the 2 cities, I believe that the caravan will move, I think, like an extra tile each turn than they normally will. So that's going to make the trade route goes faster as well. I believe, I'm not positive. University jungle tiles again. I don't think I have any jungle tiles. I have forest, but I don't think those are considered jungle. Yeah, you see, there's a jungle over there. Now, are these jungles? I do have some jungles. So if I do this, is it's only in the city that I made, work by the city. Now these 2 borders have combined together, so I'm guessing if I put university here, it's going to spread over to these jungle tiles. I'm hoping. So I'm going to build a university. I can see here, city state I thought expanded a little bit, but it hasn't. We're on turn 99, 770 AD. So Barcelona, what are we going to do for you? I don't have a trade route set up with you. If we're going to have a trade route with you, because you're going to be my food city if you didn't start eating all the food. But I know what I want. I want a workboat. That's definitely what I want from you. Right. Alright. Nothing to do this turn, it looks like. Alright, so let's choose for new production. Let's go with the library. Not going to look too far into that one. And I think I'm going to end the recording as well as the streaming here. So thank you all for watching. Before I do end, I do want to go over some stuff we can look forward to in the future in the technology trees. So there's some machinery and stuff we can get into with physics. We get trebuchets and long swordsmen and stuff. But the farther we go, we're going to get more money and such, and chemistry cannons, all different kinds of archaeology, industrialization. We get factories, and we can build Big Ben. Reveals coal, all through steam powered. Then when you get into the modern era is when it gets really cool. You get to get refrigeration, which does submarines, uh, offshore oil platforms, which you get biology to get oil, radios, so you can get broadcast our National Intelligence Agency. Replacement parts gives you great war infantry, which are really good, or I think they're really good. Then you can get into planes, which they all require oil, most of them, but you can get into planes and bombers, railroads, plastics, so you can get infantry and plastic stuff, battleships, aircraft carriers. destroyers, land ships, which I guess it's a tank. I don't remember that being there before. Then you can go all the way up into the atomic era, where you get penicillin, so you get marines and medical lab, up to the atomic theory, where you get uranium and the Manhattan Project. Radars are really cool. That's when you get, I think you don't get bombers back then. I think you get bombers now, as well as better fighter planes and paratroopers that you can land into other continents, I believe. Actually, I don't know if you can do other continents with paratroopers. You get an airport. Combined arms, you get tanks, anti-tanks, the Pentagon. You go up through computers and get helicopter gunships, the Great Firewall, that reduces enemy spies, rocketry, mobility. I think the Apollo program is really cool in this because you can get a victory by, I think it's the science victory, where you can actually be the first civilization to make it to the moon, and then you can win the game like that, or you can win by conquering the world, or you can win by peace. I don't remember some of the other ways to win. Nuclear fission brings you all the way up to the atomic bomb, bazooka, nuclear power plant, solar plant, recycling centers. Recycling centers are great for plastic and aluminum when we get there. Then we get into the information era, which gives you telecommunications, which I think I might have passed it. You get the nuclear submarine here. I think somewhere in the back you have the ability to actually launch a satellite up into orbit, and then you unlock the entire map. So any area you haven't explored, you all get that unlocked. You get advanced ballistics, which allows you the nuclear missiles. Oh, there we go. No. Satellites, here we go. So you can put, see, it reveals the entire map. Satellites. Robotics, you get missile cruisers, spaceship factory. That's how you make these spaceships. You get the spaceship parts, like the SS Booster. Lasers, jet fighters, modern armor, which are uh, like I guess kind of like military transport. You get stealth bombers, and then you get into some stuff like an XCOM squad. There's another part of the spaceship. That's spaceship stasis chamber. Almost said pod. Giant death robot. They're really cool. I had one of those in one of my games. They require uranium though, so they're kind of expensive. Particle physics, internet and stuff. Then future tech is where it ends, and there's nothing else past that. And usually that's when the game kind of ends. So if you won the game in one of the ways I listed, then you won the game. If you didn't, you basically didn't win the game. And the game ends. You can go on farther, so you can basically go on, I think, infinitely. So you can never stop. So if you want, you can still get a victory, but I don't know if it'll count it because you've passed the days that were like assigned. But yeah, so that's stuff to look forward to next time I play. Be sure to follow the channel so you can see next time I go live. I'm probably going to stream some more of this at some point, maybe next weekend. So also watch the Twitter account. Twitter info is down in the description. So if you want to see next time I go live, keep an eye there too. So thank you all for watching, and the stream shall be ending in a couple minutes.